Shri Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Welcome to all for this session on Ramayana to chapter 102 of Ayodhya Kanda. In the previous chapter, after Rama explained everything regarding the administration and the abilities of the future king, Bharata, who was nowhere interested in either the kingdom or the regency, he told Rama regarding the departure of their father and requested Rama to perform the rites that is required to be done by the eldest son post the death of his father. On hearing the account of his father's death from his brother, Sri Rama fell unconscious. Bharata's words proved as dreadful to Sri Rama as the mace of Indra falling on the Danavas in battle. Wringing his hands, Raghava fell to the earth like a tree severed by an axe. The Lord of the world, Sri Rama, fallen on the earth, lay like an elephant which, having borne away the river bank, sinks under the load. His two brothers, together with Sita, perceiving him to have fallen in a swoon, sprinkled him with water in order to restore him. Recovering somewhat, Sri Rama began to lament. The virtuous prince, conscious that his father had passed away, uttered these pious words to Bharata. What should I do in Ayodhya now my father has departed to heaven? Who can preserve the capital bereft of this illustrious monarch? What can I, worthless and wretched, do for that magnanimous one? My father, who died through grief at my separation, and those funeral rites I was not able to perform. O sinless Bharata, you indeed are blessed, by whom the last rites of your warrior parent were performed. Now, when I return to the capital after completing the term of my exile, none will be there to instruct me in what is good and what is evil. Formerly, in affection, my father, being pleased with my good conduct, enlightened me, who will now utter those words which fell pleasingly on my ears. Turning his face towards Sita, whose countenance resembled the full moon, Rama thus addressed her. O Sita, your father in law has left this life. O Lakshmana, you had become fatherless. Bharata has related this bitter news to us. O Lakshmana, bring the pulp of the ingudi fruit and change this apparel of bark. I desire to offer libations of water to my royal father. Let Sita precede me and you follow her. On such occasion, this procedure must be observed. Certain procedures that must be performed when somebody died, and the related procedures, it should always be younger one followed by the elder ones. So that is the reason why here Sita and even women followed by the men. So because of that reason he is telling, let Sita shall go first, followed by Lakshmana, and behind him I will follow him. Then Sumantra, the aged retainer of the royal line, wise, intelligent, tender hearted, self subdued, and humble, wholly devoted to Rama, comforted the princess and led them to the river Mandakini, whose waters were sacred and meritorious. Deeply afflicted, the illustrious ones approached the pleasant river that passed through blossoming woods and descending into the pure, swift flowing, and unmuddied stream. They offered the ritual water in the name of their royal father, saying, O great king, may this water be yours. Then Sri Rama, filling his palm with water, turning to the south, wept and said, O mighty king, May this sacred water offered today by me be yours forever in the region of your ancestors. Thereafter, Raghava with his brothers offered balls of rice in memory of the king on the shores of River Mandakini, having made a cake by mixing the juice of berries with the pulp of the ingudi fruit. Sri Rama spread it on kusha grass and deeply afflicted, weeping, said, O mighty king, be pleased to accept and partake of this food, for that which is man's customary food, the gods approve. Generally, at the time of offering to the Pitru Devatas, when they are dead, one should offer whatever they are eating. Generally, in the southern part of India, people offer the rice balls because they eat rice at home. Whereas here, Rama with Lakshmana and Sita, he is in the forest, so he is offering the pulp of ingudi fruit mixed with the berries because that is what exactly they eat. And same thing, they are offering it as food for their father who is in the other world. Then, ascending the hillside, Sri Rama returned by the way he had come, returning back to his hermitage. The great Raghava, reaching the door of the thatched hut, took hold of the hands of Lakshmana and Bharata and wept. The sound of the weeping of four princes and Sita re echoed in the mountains like a roaring of a lion, and the army, hearing it, were greatly perturbed and said among themselves, Sri Rama and Bharata have met, and they are bewailing the death of the king, their father. Leaving their camp and turning their faces to where the sound of weeping arose, they went in haste to that spot. Some mounted horses and elephants, some rode in gilded chariots, and others on foot, hastened towards that place. For though Sri Rama had but lately left the capital, it appeared to them as if he had been long absent from them. Desirous of seeing Rama, they proceeded to the hermitage of the illustrious prince in various kinds of vehicles, and the sound of their advance and the rolling wheels created a noise like thunder. Elephants, terrified by the tumult, ran with their mates into other woods, perfuming the forest with their ichor. Boars, wolves, buffaloes, snakes, tigers, wild cattle, and deer of many kinds were filled with fear. Ducks, waterfowl, swans, geese, cuckoos, and herons fled in every direction. The air was filled with birds, and the earth with men, rendering both beautiful. At length, the army reached the place where they pursued the illustrious and innocent Rama, the chief of men, seated on the sacrificial seat. And seeing his condition, they began to curse Kaikeyi and Manthara, and approaching closer, they wept bitterly. Sri Rama, observing them so afflicted, embraced them like a parent, embracing those who were worthy of his affection, offering salutations to some. He treated those of his age and his relatives with respect due to each. The voice of his weeping filled the earth and sky and reverberated in the cave and in every quarter like the beat of a drum. Thus ended chapter 102 of Ayodhya Kanda in Ramayana. Namaste Sharada Devi, Kashmira Puramasini, Twamaham Prathaye Nityam, Vidya Danancha Dehime. Goodbye.